let's start off today by just placing this whale sticker. I'm very excited about today's sketchbook tour because even though I didn't have a lot of time to do illustrations this week, I hit like a really big milestone in this project. This is even cute, I think. Okay. So first of all, I'm just going to address the state of mind I'm in right now. So those of you who follow me on TikTok, you might know that I started rescuing cats. It's one of my hobbies I picked up during the pandemic, not on purpose. Last night we did a big rescue. I've been trying to rescue this cat for 8 months, but this cat is not like any other cat. She's basically like one of my own. I see her every day. She's never been inside. So it was a really big deal. It was very emotional. I went to go visit her in the shelter today. Also very emotional. Haven't stopped crying for the last 12 hours. So I'm going to be trying to focus on this, but yeah, my heart is with her right now in her little cage in this shelter. So, but I have some updates for you. And then I'm going to show you what I have on the computer. So I did some coloring this week, which was fun. Started coloring this cabin, not quite finished that. And I also started coloring the birthday page, as I refer to it. I don't know if that's going in the comic book, but I'm going to do the page anyway. And then cabin's done. Huge improvement on these, though most of these are not going in. Like, I don't like them enough, so I'm going to do some supplemental ones to replace some of them. But it's so funny. Like, you can have a bad drawing day, and this was just a bad drawing day where like nothing was my lines weren't working. I was using when used pens that are running out, sometimes they catch weird on the paper, and I got some weird lines and just ended up not really loving them. Love this one, love all the Night Forest stuff, and love this page. This makes me think of Mario Kart. I'm not entirely sure why. And then we have the ending. This is the ending of the comic book. So if you know, didn't really pronounce that. This is the ending of the comic book. So if you know where this location is, well done. I have a little bit of an issue. It is supposed to be this kitchen from the beginning, except I don't have the same colors. So I don't know if people are going to recognize it, but that's it. This is the end. We're going to go through the whole story together on my computer in a second. But this is chapter 2, ready to be started. Obviously, this is kind of like, you can see all my scratches and stuff, but increase the contrast on that and it'll look really black on the computer. And chapter 2, I have a plan. Okay, look at this plan that I have. But I want to ask you, where would you like to go next? We just spent like last 3 months in a forest. We can continue in forest, but where else would you want to go? Just tell me, because your suggestions, they impact my decisions. Now I'm going to take you to my computer. While we're waiting for this to load, I want to update a little on that art, my art application, because I've had people ask me what happened with my art school application. I actually didn't end up doing it at all. I had too much going on. I had like 2 cat rescues and starting a new job, which I haven't had a job in like 3 years. It's really been a really tough adjustment. And I didn't do it. And it's one of the reasons is like, I'm not sure if I want to live here for another 4 years. I'm not a huge fan of my time in this city. And though it is very highly subsidized art program, I just don't know if I want to go there. I'm going to look and see if they have an application in the winter that I can apply for, but I'm trying to put my mental health before everything, and that's why I haven't applied. I'm going to go through the layout together. If you're someone who's really interested in buying this when I make it into a little magazine, because I'm going to make just this part into its own little magazine, then don't watch this part if you want it to be a surprise, okay? Because you're not going to know how I'm necessarily putting them together unless you've been paying like very close attention. So I'm not sure if I should include, this is almost like a preface. This is 2021 basically summed up, going into 2022. And this is my favorite. Image so far. The idea is that We are escaping a bad situation, like just endless lockdowns, basically, and curfew again, and living for this daily routine, daily things. And then we escape, not by choice. This was actually written about, this is kind of like, I don't want to be a bummer, but this is about mental health. This is about isolation and how I isolate myself when I'm not well. When I'm not doing well, because I don't want people to see me like that, and I don't want to be a bummer, etc., etc. And sometimes people say, reach out to people, but people don't always have the capacity to handle your mood, or they might not understand, and it can be sometimes even worse. It can make me feel worse to even reach out to people who might not understand. I mean, I have friends who've experienced like depression and anxiety, but really, like, I'm a strong believer that if you haven't experienced it, you can't know what it's like. Even when I've been out of it, I've looked back at myself when I was in it and been like, I don't even understand what I was thinking, because it's like your brain is different. So, but this could be anything. I love this because you can read this as anything. It means something very specific to me, but it could mean different things to other people. And as someone who's very talkative, like, I love that this is going to be wordless. So here we go. We're going through the forest and the cabin. We get the map, and the rest of the journey is going to follow the layout of the map. So she goes through the forest. Very peaceful. I love this cave. This is my favorite spread. It's like, I just love these illustrations that I did. I just love the feeling and the colors and everything. There's going to be some more stuff here, just scenes from being in the forest. Let me know if you have any requests or ideas. I'm going to draw some pictures of inside that little Yoda house. Oops. And then she's going to fall through another portal. That's a portal, even though it looks like it's from Super Mario. I think I said Mario Kart before, maybe, but I meant Super Mario. Lands back in her kitchen, and we start again. She's home. That's where the ex was the whole time. Not that she knew that. And she just got back into her routine. There's this quote I want to read you that kind of inspires this. I'm just going to flip through some random pages while I read you this very long poem. It's very long, but it really kind of sums up this project, or one of the meanings from this project. So let's suppose that you are able every night to dream any dream that you wanted to dream, and that you could, for example, have the power within one night to dream 75 years of time, or any length of time you wanted to have. And you would naturally, as you began on this adventure of dreams, you would fulfill all your wishes. You would have every kind of pleasure you could conceive. And after several nights of 75 years of total pleasure each, you would say, well, that was pretty great, but now let's have a surprise. Let's have a dream which isn't under control, where something is going to happen to me that I don't know what it's going to be. And you would dig that and come out and say, wow, that was a close shave, wasn't it? And then you would get more and more adventurous, and you would make further and further out gambles as to what you would dream. And finally, you would dream of where you are now. You would dream the dream of living the life that you are actually living today. It's Alan Watts. We love him. He's very inspirational. But the idea is that she started in the same place that she left off, but when you go on these adventures, they change your perspective. And sometimes that's all you need. And I want chapter 2 to either be just her back in her life, or going on another dream adventure. So let me know if you have any ideas for chapter 2, if there's anywhere that you want to go that I can draw. And yeah, let me know what you think. I am going to be printing this. Right now it's 22 pages, which I think is perfect. If it's 22 pages, I'm making 22 copies. And it's going to be glossy. I want it to be very glossy, kind of magazine style if I can. So I'm reaching out to publishers, printers soon. And I love you. Thank you so much for being here and watching this. If you watched to the end, congratulations. Well done. And thank you so much for being here.